Stand up.
We are now going to welcome our 8th grade class.
Look, somebody here. Don't move. Dirty. No boy. There goes Shiloh.
After all those nights studying for the test and going to coach class, we made it. We wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for our parents and guardians who kept motivating us to work harder, and our teachers who are always there to support us. I would like to say welcome to the parents, guardians, and teachers to this special occasion, and thank you for helping us reach this moment. And now, welcome, Sincere, who will introduce our speaker.
Hello, my name is Sincere House for y'all. Today I'm here to introduce a very special guest. His name is Mr. Bobby Zirkin. He is the senator for our beloved state of Maryland. Mr. Zirkin grew up in the Green Smithfield area of Pikesville. He attended Wellwood Elementary, Pikesville Middle, and Pikesville High School, all local Wellwood County schools. Mr. Zirkin continued his education at Georgetown University Law Center, where he earned his Juris Doctorate. As a first-year law student at Georgetown, he created the Democratic Youth Bus Tour, which was for the re-election of President Bill Clinton in 1996. The success of the tour for local and national media. With the help of many supporters, he was elected senator 10 years later in a landslide victory. As a member of the Maryland Senate, he brings passion, energy, and experience to his place of work. Now, without further ado, I bring you Mr. Bobby Zirkin.
Good evening, everybody. And thank you to Sincere, first of all, for those nice words, but also he was helping me write my speech up here. So, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2014, you guys are great. I want to thank all of you. I know many of you from your years in school, and there are a lot of people that deserve thanks. Of course, your parents, relatives, and friends, and the staff, and your teachers, and the principal, assistant principals, so congratulations to all of you. Today means, apparently, I didn't know that this was a sad Drake thing, but you made it. Is that a Thank you. You're ready for summer, and you've done incredible things, and your parents are sitting there, you all are one step closer to getting your driver's licenses. That's focused on. I've done many graduation speeches in my 16 years in office, and I always love this time because it gets me thinking about you and your generation, and you're getting older and all these crazy things that I get to learn about you. This was a tough one this year. I learned a ton. I think about you. I have two young girls. I have two young daughters, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, who thankfully look like their mom. And so I think about your generation. I am completely fascinated by it. So I took a look at all the very interesting things you have brought in culture, in music, in dances, in songs, and all the rest. And I wanted to see, as you move on to high school, what have you brought to your parents and I? So, great class of 2014, here we go. Now, learning about you is getting tougher. I looked at scores of websites and videos. When I was your age, and probably most of your parents, we did not have the internet. No internet. To research you, I had to look at things I never heard of. Snapchat and the Vine, and Instagram, and YouTube. I didn't know these places existed. We didn't have Microsoft or Apple or even word processing. We had this strange thing, you don't even know what you call a typewriter. A typewriter, your parents not even. You do your homework and your research in the privacy of your homes, wearing things called Beats. And your parents and I, back in our day, we did our research in this thing called a library. A library, you should look it up, it's like in a museum. We had no computers in our library, but we didn't need it. We had this big box called a card catalog with everything you needed in there. Nobody knew what was in there, but it was quite helpful. Now there's something really interesting about your generation. I had this experience outside. You all take pictures of everything. You have cameras on your phones, and cameras on your iPads, and cameras everywhere. Let me tell you how your parents and I did it. We would take a picture, and we would would get it printed. We went to the Walgreens, and it took a couple weeks, and they put it on paper, and you stuck it in an album. You guys, and there was no such thing as liking a picture back then. You, on the other hand, find this boring. You stick it on Instagram, Vine, or Facebook so the entire world can see, and you've created something which I don't quite understand called Snapchat, and you can only see it for 5 seconds, and then it's gone. Why? Your generation gave us this awful thing called Twitter. You follow people, and they follow you. I guess that's good. Now, your parents and I were taught that we were supposed to think before we act, sleep on things. You respectfully disagree. You think it's a great idea that whatever random thought comes to your head, you put it on Twitter, just as long as there's only 140 characters or less. Got it? And you can't just use words. You've created something that I don't even know what it is, but somebody said you have to say emoji. What is that? And with your Facebook, you have lots of friends. And apparently you need to make special days. Your parents and I had Halloween, 4th of July. You created Selfie Sunday, Throwback Thursday, Man Crush Monday, and Woman Crush Tuesday. I don't know what these are, but they're great holidays. When I was your age, we had no email, no fax machine, no Pandora. We didn't have cell phones, no iTouches, no iPads, no iPhones, no iPods, no eyes at all. You think going viral is good. We thought it meant you were sick. And you brought an entire new language. And I'm just, Sincere was helping me with some of these words. With some of this up here. Parents, I apologize if this is anything borderline. I could be speaking a foreign language right now, but here it goes. Moss, Skrilla, Grusin, OMG, SMH, Cray, Dur, LOL. You friend and unfriend, you like or unlike, you follow and unfollow, my beat, wankster, ratchet, raw. I'm dead and do it for the vine. Is this English? I learned that trifling and das pay. I learned I don't want to be packed on. I learned that it's good to turn up. If you text the words you mad or no. Somebody will tell me what that means from that. Your generation does not need record players, tape recorders, or Sony Walkmans. All you want is tiny little machines where you can download music, or better yet, use your phone. That way you can listen to music, video yourself dancing, and send it out to everybody on the line. Your parents and I respectfully disagree. We had a different approach. Music was a communal thing. We had big radios, like something called a boombox. If we were listening to music, everybody was listening to music. That was better. Today, you play on iPad, lots of apps. Temple Run and Candy Crush and Flappy Bird and Don't Step on the White Tiles. Yellow tiles, whatever. Piano tiles, some tiles, don't step on. You're up to Madden 25. I thought he was just a coach 25 times. Back in the day, we only had a couple options. In fact, really just for a while, just one. We played a game where a crazy little strawberry chasing yellow guy was running around after being chased by goats eating dots. That was great. Right, happening. We were happy. In sports, you brought us, and I love basketball, you brought us the NBA, and I've been watching, you brought us LeBron James. But we had Michael Jordan. He's better. And he never left the game because of a cramp either. You have social media, we talked about, I don't even Kik and FaceTime and Geek, Snapchat, your text message. Your parents and I did this crazy, outdated thing. We talked face to face to each other. That was interesting. And just so I don't forget anything, you have Kimye, and a guy who's singing Happy with Crazy Hats, and you brought us Gangnam Style and Sharknado, whatever that is, and some crazy dance by, we're not gonna get into that. You have J's on your feet, and you turn down for what, and you read on Kindles and books, and you brought us Drake and Kate Camp, and you sing the Wiggle 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 song. And finally, you brought us incredible dances. And forgive me if any of these are, I was never quite a good dancer. I was always just a little late. I was always doing the Cabbage Patch and the moonwalk a year or two too late. But you brought us, and I don't know if these are in or out, jerking the month, the avenue, you brought us Yeet, Yeet. I know. The Cat Daddy, and perhaps most importantly, I got this one. My back out. So what is the point of all this? Well, for me, it's a slight glimpse of what's to come. I love learning about the generation to come, especially since I have two young daughters. But what it really tells me is how incredibly special all of you are, because this is all new stuff. And you're doing everything you do in this incredibly changing world. And that makes all of you, to me, to your parents, to your teachers, to everybody else, that much more special. So my only message tonight is how incredibly special you all are for everything you do in this incredibly changing world. So, to end, just so you know that I learned something tonight, do me a favor and follow me on Instagram. I'll catch you on Throwback Thursday. Text me later or hit my phone. And most importantly, hashtag congratulations, hashtag the Great Deer Park Middle Magnet Class of 2014 vote. And now, just to end, wait a second. I swear I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the speech is over. Let me take a selfie. Congratulations, everyone.
We have all came across hurdles, but managed to cross the finish line. So far, 8 years of education, and now it's our time. And Dr. Shorty, what would you describe? In high school, with your clubs, sports, and moonshine. And I know that if we screw our own way, we'll all see each other again someday. And now, I'm going to present, quote, the Department of Medical Staff present.
This has been a wonderful year. My homeroom 8th graders are some of the finest and most passionate singers I have ever had the privilege of teaching. My homeroom class also has 6th graders and 7th graders in it, as well as these awesome 8th graders. And I want to thank them for showing the underclassmen how to be great. I also want to thank them for teaching me more than I have learned in all the years of my teaching career. I only pray that I was able to give each of them something of value that they can use during their high school years and throughout the rest of their life. Remember, 8th grade singers, to always pursue musical excellence. Thank you, and now will you please stand.
Mrs. Edwards Homeroom, we are so proud of you, and we wish you the very best in all that you attempt to do in the future. We love you always. And we would like you to stand up, Mrs. Sanders Homeroom and Mrs. Edwards Homeroom. Please be recognized now.